question I'm asking, is Pharaoh still existing? As he before, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. Oh, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Be like the Israelites still in pain. We just can't go on this way. So send us another Moses again. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, look around, you'll see the Pharaoh mentality ruling universally. Leaders promoting their ego, being a modern Pharaoh, tyrannies they manifest. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Time to make them oppressors pay. We just can't go on this way. So we children could see their way. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. No, 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 no. The poor have to slave night and day for next to nothing pay, so they can't see their way. We don't enjoy equal facility like Pharaoh and company. Brainwashing we say we free. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. Time to make them oppressors pay. We just can't go on this way. So the children could see their way. We just can't go on this way. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. We just can't go on this way. No, we just can't go on. Oh Lord, why Lord must we suffer like this? You said that you will take care of the poor, just like you did in Egypt. When Pharaoh had the Israelites in bondage, you delivered them. But here again, we are in the same khaki pants. We just can't go on this way. We have those modern Pharaohs who oppress the poor, who represents Israel. They confuse us with so much lie. Not even thinking that we will realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the poor. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppressors pay. So the children can see the way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites living there. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh.
You get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with a dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that eagle eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licked from the slave master to become the land owner, brother, is a terrible journey. Back with plenty brutality. Black man now to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to rise up, you got to stand up. Make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man now to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man now to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, you got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man now to keep on jamming. For black man to get a little something, make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man now to keep on jamming.
There are only two animals on the planet that the Creator identified himself with. The first one is the eagle. The eagle. And the second animal is the lion. And when I identified those two animals as his favorite to identify himself with, I recognized I better study these two animals, because if he is the leader of the universe and I want to be a leader on earth, I better find out the nature of these animals and also the attitude of these animals. And I discovered that both of them are the kings of their domain. The eagle is the king of the bird kingdom, and the lion is the king of the animal kingdom. But let's talk a little bit about the lion. The lion has what I call the spirit of leadership. And this word spirit here is referring to attitude. Everybody say attitude. A leader has an attitude that makes him or her different from followers. Now, the lion is the king of the jungle, but the lion to me is a great source of encouragement to all of us. I want you to write this down. Remember this as long as you live. Number one, the lion is not the tallest animal in the jungle. Number two, the lion is not the largest animal in the jungle. Number three, the lion is not the heaviest animal in the jungle. Number four, the lion is not the smartest animal or the most intelligent animal in the jungle. And yet, when he shows up, they all run away. Well, here's one of my favorite quotes that I put in my books, and I believe it really brings home the point. An army of sheep led by a lion will always defeat an army of lions led by a sheep. And the answers to that dilemma is this: because leadership can transform cowards into violent warriors. The right kind of leadership can transform a timid into bold people who are fearless. Leadership is that powerful. Leadership can walk into a camp of depressed people, and in 20 minutes they have turned on into unbelievable, powerful armies, because leadership determines everything. The lion is the king of the jungle because of one word: attitude. Everybody say attitude. Write it down. Attitude. The lion has a different attitude that makes every animal afraid of him. Now, we don't want to lead by fear, but it does take respect for you to become a leader. When I use the word fear in the jungle, we're talking about respect. The elephant respects the lion. The hyenas respect the lion. The giraffes, they respect the lion. What makes these massive animals respect such a small cat? The attitude is the difference. For example, a lion will see an elephant, and the thing that comes to his mind, one word: lunch. I could eat this thing. And he acts the way he thinks. Now, here's another amazing mystery. The elephant is larger, bigger, stronger, more powerful, heavier, and more intelligent. And yet when the elephant sees the lion, one word comes to mind: eater. Attitude is a product of belief. You cannot have an attitude beyond your belief. So your attitude comes.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover me back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother. Cover my sister. Them who under pressure. Cover, cover, cover. Cover the preacher. Every church worker. The young believer. Cover, cover, cover. The worship leader and intercessor. Every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, cover, cover. Cover me. Cover me. Cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special hello to all the WZY 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZY 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. TNT time. And of course, 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. And as we say, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear. You wear a burgundy t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the Dat Triplets on WZYE 95.9 FM. And doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonoranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village with the Dat Triplets on WZYE. Yeah, still saying that. WZYE 95.9 FM. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
And of course, that is from the young man himself, a member of the village right here. His name is, we call him Dr. Love, better known as Rennie Muhammad. Let me add in the man who is known all over. Let me repeat that. All over TNT. The man himself, the one and only man, the man presently known as Uncle Tommy Boy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, and good evening to the family. A pleasure being here again this evening. Like I always say, I know it's going to be a great evening when I see the village sweetheart is in first in the chat. So let's have a wonderful evening this evening. Looking forward to it.
Hey, Tommy, you know what I wanted to say to you? You will get other people in the chat kind of jealous.
It's all right. Let them try to get in here before the sweetheart.
Oh, all right. All right then, all right. I can't argue with that. I ain't gonna argue with that.
Yeah, well, how are you today?
Well, what should I say, boy? Tommy, you know, I didn't talk about this yesterday, But yesterday, I decided to do something a little different. I went to a place called Flood Hills. You know, Tommy, you know what I have to try and do? I have to try a way where I can videotape myself when I'm doing these different type of workouts.
Okay.
Maybe I
You
need
have to get someone else with you.
yeah, that could be kind of hard because I just go out at different times, you know.
Hmm.
What is called by a GoPro?
Yes.
I can maybe try and get a GoPro and put it on my head and it
Yeah.
go tape everything I'm doing, right?
That would work.
Maybe I need to try that.
Yeah.
I need to try that and see how that. But yesterday I went to a place called Flood Hills in South Orange,
Okay.
and you know, sometime the night before, I just figure out what type of workouts I'm going to do, and I said I'm gonna do some hills, man. So
Yeah. But that name is very interesting. Hills that flood.
you know, I don't find a way to get a name from Flood Hills, but maybe that place used to flood. I don't know. I don't know. I have to figure out how to get that name.
But
Right?
based on the elevation, the likelihood of it flooding may not be a reality.
Well, it might flood from the hills to the lower part of the hill.
Well,
Yeah. So I did some hills and I did 8 hills. I warm up a mile. I did 8 hills, then I warmed down a mile.
okay.
And today I'm very sore because
Wow.
I haven't did that in a while. You know,
Wow.
so yeah, so today, of course, you know, I had to take a day off today.
Well, hey,
Mm.
if you overdo it, that's what happens.
Yeah. So that's the little kind of sidetrack thing that I did. You know, and you know, it's kind of difficult. Well, not difficult, but when you're pushing yourself by yourself, you know,
Right.
it's easier when you have other people with you. Makes life a little easier. But when you're all by yourself, but I'm accustomed for years now, I'm accustomed to doing my training all by my lonesome. And it really doesn't bother me. Yeah.
I see.
But the first one in the village was, of course, let me just rephrase what Tommy says. The village sweetheart, Nadia, you know? Yeah. Nadia says, good night, blessings. Good night, everyone, blessings.
Good night, Nadia.
Good
Blessings.
night to you. Tommy, good night to you.
Good night to you.
Nadia says, only one love. Okay. Yeah, but the thing's sticking there, but the internet's sticking, but it's sticking.
Is sticking.
Yeah, the internet's sticking. Hold on. All right, here we go. Nadia says only one love in the village. Yeah, it's all love in the village, man.
That's
You
right.
know, once people don't call, once people don't get disrespectful, that's all.
That's all.
I told you, we ain't tolerating that. Caribbean Soul. Good evening. Caribbean says so. You know, all the males in the chat does always send good night to Nadia, you know, or good afternoon. You know. I don't understand that, man.
If when you are the sweetheart, you can't help yourself.
Oh, all right.
Everybody
All right.
everyone catch on. Or should I say everyone catches on?
Yeah, I ain't trying to take nothing away from Nadia. That me, nah. I stay out at that. You know, and Caribbean Soul, we want to talk about this too. Wall Street Rowley came to talk about an audit report back in 2017, the challenge they had, SMH.
I don't even know where to start with that.
Tommy, I listening to that, and I said, you know, the Prime Minister really think people stupid in truth. You come with a report from 7 years ago, boy. 7 years ago. You know what that song like? When he talk about the 100 million, and he talk about the amount of years ago that the PNM wanted to do something for black people. And I'm paraphrasing here. And they decide not to do it because some people felt it would the people of the country would be upset that they were doing something specific for black people.
That's like how it gonna look.
I don't get that.
You know,
I ain't getting
more and more and more and more. He's proving to the population that something is wrong. Something is wrong. Something wrong. Are you there? Oh, you're freezing. Wow, you are freezing. You are freezing. I need to get a blowtorch and unfreeze you because you are frozen. You're currently frozen. But hopefully you get unfrozen in a minute and we can get back to conversation instead of me having a monologue as I am at this particular time.
all right.
You were frozen. You froze again.
Tommy, I think the internet is buffering a little bit and you are buffering.
No, but on my end here, I don't see myself buffering, but I see you buffering.
All right, here we go. Here we go. We back now. We back. The internet was buffering. So Tommy, I ain't afraid to say this, It appears to me this current RPNM bankrupt of ideas. When you have to go back to 7 years ago, 7, Tommy boy, 7 boy, to bring up a report and holding up the report and showing people. Tommy,
I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed. I don't even know what to say. Listening, it's like I was so. The thing is that I was so like souped up to hear what he had to say because I know he probably had all these great plans. But what did I hear?
2017. I thought they were coming with, first of all, I thought they were going to give us a new crime plan.
That's what we were looking for.
I thought they were going to tell us, this is how we are going to allocate the $100 million.
Me personally, I was hoping to hear some good news as to how we're moving forward. Not all that rhetoric from the back. Past.
And take me back into the 2017. Boy, he rewind there, boy. He rewind. He ain't whining, no. He rewind, boy.
Sad. It's sad. It's so sad.
Yeah, that's what I tell you. That's when you're bankrupt of ideas, boy. You can't come up with no solutions to the crime problem. So you had to go way back to 2017 to tell the people, here we have it, yeah. No, look at you. Here we have it, here. This is what we have. We have the document from way back then, 2017.
And you heard the questions from some of the journalists there?
You call them questions?
Well, I don't know if you want to call it that, but whatever that was. But it was ridiculous. Some of the answers were pathetic. And at one point he said that they're working along with Delaware police in order to
Oh my God. Tommy, I missed that part, and I'm glad you picked it up. Tommy, we live in this country. We live in the United States of America. And Delaware, for those who don't know, is part of the United States of America. And you going and get information from Delaware? Delaware
is one of the most timid states.
As I said, Tommy, you have to be bankrupt of ideas to go to Delaware to try to get crime information or crime fighting information.
It's pathetic.
You have to be bankrupt of ideas. Listen, you could come, first of all, Chicago, LA, New Jersey, New York, start there. You could come right here in Essex County and come to Newark.
That's correct.
Come to Newark.
And
Come
you
to
see
Newark.
you see an example of a city that succeeded when it comes to crime fighting.
Go to East Orange in Essex County. Go to East Orange. As a matter of fact, East Orange was one of those communities that implemented ShotSpotter.
That's right.
And people used to come to East Orange, including people from Trinidad, to find out how their ShotSpotter was working so well. But they're going to Delaware. Bankrupt of ideas. Bankrupt. Delaware. But, all in all, I like to do a little homework, eh? But let me see. What is the homework I did on this one? Let me see what it is.
Let's see what homework you did.
Yeah. So, I did a little homework, eh? And I decided that, let me see what is the 15 most dangerous states in the US, in most dangerous states, right? Let me see this here. The United States is a massive country both in population and land mass. With such a large, diverse population, statistics such as crime will vary from state to state. Reach on to discover the 10 most dangerous states in America based on violent crimes between 2020 and 2022. Number 1, Alaska. Number 2, New Mexico. Number 3, Tennessee. Number 4, Arkansas. Number 5, Arizona. Number 6, Louisiana. Number 7, Missouri. Number 8, South Carolina. Number 9, South Dakota. Number 10, Oklahoma. Number 11, Michigan. Number 12, Colorado. Number 13, Nevada. Number 14, Montana. Number 15, Washington. So, the Prime Minister Rowley, going to Delaware to get information. And as a matter of fact, we have in Newark, New Jersey, Essex County, a Trinidadian crime fighter. Eh, Tommy?
That's correct. I wish
Let me repeat that.
Maybe he'll call in if he hears that we're calling him out. And
in Essex County, we have a person who was born in Trinidad and Tobago, dealt with gangs, and was very successful.
Very successful.
He was in the army. He worked in corrections too, right, Tommy?
Corrections, army, county police, security.
And was very successful. As a matter of fact, he didn't even have a gun in his holster. He had a hairbrush.
That's right.
Eh? And he's a born Trinidadian. Eh?
Very
and
successful.
Tommy, I've said this before. This RPNM do not want information from people that look like you and I. I would like to know the people that the Prime Minister talk about, who is coming to Trinidad. Are they going to Trinidad, Tommy?
He was asked about that, and he said that sometimes they come as a priest, just as a priest, but they might be law enforcement and that kind of rhetoric.
Tommy, but you know something though? We better bring back Iwatsky and what is his name?
And Gibbs,
And Gibbs and Iwatsky.
he made reference to them
Them
today.
fellas was good in
Some of the
fighting,
clips
but
and-
I know them fellas did. But we didn't have no 500 murders. And them was only there for how long? 2 or 3 years? 2 years maybe?
but it seemed like it's like small time, because
Them was under the People's Partnership, right?
of course,
So I don't know. Them fellas was doing something right. I don't know.
yeah.
You know? So here we have, and
I hope that's the crime fighter.
hello caller. You're live on here.
Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This
Hey,
is Sergeant Ram.
Sergeant Ramsey, how you going?
Great. And yourself?
No, we was just actually calling your name because we were saying that we have a person who's a born Trinbagonian who have been successful in fighting crime in New Jersey, been in the army, corrections, but yet Trinidad and Tobago going to Delaware to help fight crime.
I guess our citizens of Trinidad and Tobago doesn't believe in each other.
No. No. Here with you, Sergeant Ramsey. Some of them people who coming from Delaware is Trinbagonian citizens. I feel so.
You feel so? Well, then I should know them because I know most of the people in the police departments around.
Oh,
And I guess in Delaware, there's not too much crime. It's a low crime area. And most of the crime you see is collision with animals. You see signs all over, beware the animal crossing deers and so forth. So what human beings that's committing the crime in that area, I would like to know. I would like to know. And let's see where they rank on the list of murders, homicide, and suicide because of the way people are forced to live and the stress. I live in Newark, and just about every citizen could claim PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, a few years ago. Today, it has changed, largely because of the work that I have done. The gangs. In fact, in Trinidad right now, the two opposing gangs, I would know a great number of those guys. And no one has to believe me. Just ask those guys about Sergeant Ramsey. And they would tell you that I have always been fair, always did things the right way. And if they can find one of those, just one, to honestly say that I have done them wrong and not do my job to the best of my ability, then that's a lot. We couldn't truthfully tell you that. And if the powers that be in Trinidad is listening to this, they can ask around. And it's easy to pull me up, right? Through the Corrections Department, Essex County Corrections, I also served in the military. And I did over 40 years of personal private training, security. So if Trinidad is not willing to have someone like a citizen who is willing to pay forward with his work, to see that his family that remains in Trinidad, his loved ones, and Trinidadians as a whole. Like I said before, TV was invented in Trinidad for the sole purpose of showing the way that we live in harmony, love, and peace. It was invented in Santa Cruz, and you can look it up by John L. Beard. Tell people, why How did we fall? Who dropped the baton? Who dropped the baton? We have to go back now and pick it up wherever we dropped it off. We have to pick it up and catch up in the race. We had always been the leader in the Caribbean and one of the leaders in the world. We helped establish like places like Nigeria, Ghana, Libya. Our leaders helped form these places. And now, for some reason, there's a rejection when people of a darker color against our own. I just don't understand why. Today was a good opportunity for the powers that be to acknowledge that they have a lot of help, a lot of concerned Trinbagonians living abroad who's willing to come, wear our hearts on our sleeve, and clean up the mess that is now Trinidad and Tobago. We have to clean that up. And it's simple. We have a military that is just sitting there in the barracks doing nothing. We have police officers just sitting in the precincts doing nothing. I have spent 21 years in law enforcement, 21 years in the military. So I know that a great number of guys are just sitting around doing nothing. Why don't the powers that be look at the trouble areas, hotspots? The numbers don't lie. They will tell you exactly where these issues are. Deploy soldiers and police officers along with civilians to help clean up those areas. Saturate those areas with law enforcement and militant people. Where can they hide? They can run, but they can't hide. And like I suggested, have an amnesty program where people could be free of any charges for weapons that have been used in the commission of crimes. The investigators now saying that they are saturated with all of this back work. Now they can wipe their slate clean and we can get the guns off the streets. If the president, the prime minister, in fact, is listening, say you have $100 million to help clean the streets up, I'm asking for about 35 million of that to put that into the streets. That's roughly a little over 5 million US. You can buy every illegal gun off the streets of Trinidad and Tobago. With a population of 1.4 million, you tell me that is only 1,400 officers, police officers that's on the street at any given time, when you have over 7,500? What the other 6,000 are doing? Are they so politically hooked that they can't work? Something wrong with them? I would like to know what those other 6,000 are doing while the country's under siege by a handful of gang members who are victim themselves to the system. I would like to know what's going on. Could someone please give me an insight on this?
Well, Sergeant Ramsey, we continue to hope that someone in the government of Trinidad and Tobago are listening and give us a what is your email address again?
That's VRamsey.
V as in Victor. V as in Victor.
V as in Victor. Right.
RAMSEY.
Yes.
Okay.
VRamsey 1026 at gmail.com. I would love to hear, because the solution are simple. Like you said, we saturate those areas. It's 8 counties we can deploy. It's just a matter of logistics. The manpower, we have it. Those people are already being paid, so there is no extra money to shell out. to have those guys do their job. And they would gladly, many of those officers and soldiers, I've been both, officer and a soldier, many are scared. I tell you, it was moments of hesitant for me, but I know I had to do something to clean it up. I wasn't going to live like that. Before the amnesty program started in Newark, the year 2016, 15 and 16, it was 917 murders, 91 suicides. That's 1,008 people. As of last year and the year before, was only 97 deaths. 97 homicide. That's 820 lives we saved in the same span. Just imagine, and in New Jersey and these other places, you can go to, someone from New Jersey can leave and go to Pennsylvania and buy a loaf of bread and buy 2 guns, right in the same area. All they have to do is show a driver's license. Trinidad, if you go to the guns, there's only 6 gun stores in Trinidad and Tobago, and 6 areas where they train with ammunition and training to carry weapons. And to go into one of those facilities, the average person, they would have to bring Jesus and John the Baptist to buy a gun. It is difficult. So cleaning the street up is an easy thing, especially when total amnesty is given. Many of those people who is on the fence, whether they want to be a gangster or not, they want to kill someone or not, if they see that the country is making this kind of effort to clean itself, purge, that's what we need, a complete purge. And if we had to put a big washing machine in the middle of the Trinidad and tell all the crooked police and soldiers and everyone, right, gangsters, throw your clothes in there and wash it out, come out clean. Like I said before, we need to do something drastic soon before our good name is lost forever.
Sergeant Ramsey, hold a minute, right? I want to take this call. Hold a minute.
Yes.
Hold a minute. Sergeant Ramsey, just call us back. I want to take this call, okay? I want to take
Okay, great. Right.
Hello, caller. Welcome to WZYE 95.9 FM. Okay. That person hang up. I'm not going to tell you guys who that is. But tell Sergeant Ramsey to call us back. That was a call from Trinidad. I want to read something for you guys. Just to show you guys that this is an article from Police One. It is historic. US sees dramatic drop in homicide violent crimes in 2023. Data from law enforcement agency nationwide shows a decrease in double digits. This is an article dated December 29, 2023. The national homicide rate has fallen nearly 13% since 2022, and local law enforcement agencies are also reporting drop in violent crime. The homicide drop is the most dramatic decrease on record. Nearly 2,000 less people killed in homicide incidents than in 2022, according to a report by national crime analyst Jeff Asher, which comprised data from 180 different law enforcement agencies. Cities stated that the 2022 drop in homicides and other violent crimes can be attributed to expanded efforts to prevent crime, according to the report. Listen to this. Listen to this. Tommy, we way ahead of the pack, you know. We way ahead of the pack. Listen.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Community volunteers, and officers on foot. Let me repeat that. Tommy, what you just normally say?
Boots on the ground.
Repeat that for me, Tommy.
Boots on the ground. Remember Sergeant Ramsey told us that?
Yes, and this is a report from 180 law enforcement agencies. You know, it's about time the RPM, Tommy, pay we to do research for them.
And we're doing it free of charge for them because we want a better homeland. We want, and Sergeant Ramsey has donated and pledged to pay it forward, as he says.
Tommy,
He
the
says-
UN could pay we too, you know. We this is country, you know. It's not about party.
Yeah.
It's about country, you know. All right? Because we had to spend a lot of time doing this
But-
work.
But like the boss said today in his address, that he is in charge and he makes the decision and he's responsible. So
Yeah.
the UNC, as he said, the UNC only could have talks, but their talks could amount to nothing because he is in charge.
No, well, we are not. If any party in Trinidad and Tobago believe that our services are important, we do the homework for you. No problem. No problem. But let me continue. So we talked about community volunteers and officers on foot and bike patrol were listed as means of reducing crime. They ain't had to form no committee to find that out. They ain't had to spend no millions of dollars to find that out. We giving all of the information. Let's take this call. Yes, COP. COP, welcome.
Good night to you, Wall Street. And good night to you, Uncle Tony.
Yeah, man.
Good night to Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah.
What a brilliant guy.
Yep.
And we in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago over here, we appreciate when guys like these come to speak on behalf of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So, Mr. Ramsey, we appreciate that a lot. Your contribution will benefit the future of this country, not the PNM supporters, but the future of this country. Your contribution will benefit. It's so sad to know that I really had to research that statistic. We have over 7,500 police officers in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and only 1,000 something this be out on the street.
I hear that. I say, way. And at night, the number drops even at night.
That's so sad in the Republic, and we just find so much a problem to bring out the army, especially in the hot areas and them. What's wrong with we police service and what's wrong with we government? I hear the Prime Minister at a news conference today saying he not going to speak about the Commissioner of Police failure in the public. But he coming to criticize Gary Griffith in the public who was successful.
But see,
You think we have a smart?
not only that, but he said the Commissioner of Police passed the lie detector test. So, I mean,
Well, according to what the question they asking she, do you go to church? Yes, she go past that. What is your age? She will say the right thing and go past, but in both on national security and police, and they're asking she the white Christian. Dr. Rowley give her that position. Yes, she go past that lie detector test. But otherwise, in policing, it's going to be failed. The Commissioner of Police tell the citizens of this country the agenda they set for 2023, they fail miserably.
everyone, you know.
Everyone.
Not
Yeah.
not even one, you know. Every single
And
goal
the
they
Prime Minister will speak about her performance in the general public. What type of Prime Minister we have? Dr. Rowley feel he taking he and his wife money and paying police and there? That is not you and your wife money, Dr. Rowley. That is not the Rowley family money. That is taxpayers' money that you put running down the drain. It come like when you tell Kamala Prasad, Mr. You're raping the treasury with an umbrella and you're opening the umbrella too. You tell the opposition that. And that is what you're doing we now. It's so sad to know that we have leaders in this country, especially leaders who we give in charge of our GDP and our money, because that is not them owner. That is ours. Uncle Tony, you know that? In Trinidad and Tobago, government money that government spending is taxpayers' money. And
Absolutely.
them to live happy, like papi, buy nice car, eat fancy food, and drink fancy liquor, and fly all over the world. He going on holiday again. And not taking we money and spend it on behalf of the future of this country. And it have people who they say we as black people, they classify that as governance in the country. Or you can classify that as governance in the country.
But COP, listen to this, right? Tommy and I listened to that press conference, and not one of those journalists asked Prime Minister Rowley, why did you lie to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and tell them you didn't go for a vacation in 2023?
Let me just tell you over here in Trinidad and Tobago, and people all over the world that listen, in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, when the government, especially Dr. Rowley administration, have a press conference, they choose media personnel to go. You know, all over the world, media house could just go to that. That is why you see hundreds of media people them when you see Biden and them speaking.
Yes,
in Trinidad and Tobago here. In Trinidad and Tobago here.
You sure about
they
that?
choose people.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Yes. Yes, they choose people. 91.9 can't go in a news conference.
Nah.
104.7 can't go there.
Wait.
91 can't go in a news conference.
Mr. Rooster and them cargo?
No.
Somebody asked them.
You seen?
Wait,
you see all them East Indian radio station and thing?
Hold on a minute.
In Trinidad and Tobago, yeah?
Hold on, COP.
Yeah,
Tell me what you're saying.
Top of the hour.
Oh, okay. Hey, COP, we had to go for the break. Call us back.
Yeah, I'll touch you back.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Tommy, I don't believe that. Them that select. But what is that? We living in a communist country, or is that totalitarian country?
What?
It's in the village with yours truly, Professor Walsh, and Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back after this.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Wake up in the morning and the baby cry. The sugar pan empty the milk.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on troubleshooting with attendees? If so, you need.
It seems that we have some good food in the pot. It seems that we have a rich friend named Frank. It seems that we have a lot of cash in the bank. It seems that we pay all the bills for the month. It seems that we have a new guy in the front. It seems that we have to go to a vet. It seems that his pocket have a big fat wallet. He wake up in the night and he rush for his pants. All he found in the pocket was a whole lot of ants. Poverty is hell. Poverty is hell. No, yeah. Ten little children for dumpling. Mommy got to slice them 10. A piece for a boy and a piece for a girl. A piece for the neighbor daughter mud. The cat in the corner looking to bed. Little the corner kick him in the leg. Go in the room and look for a rat. The rat in the roof, he know about cat. Now the cat see a ticky chong, yeah. He rush for the ticky chong. But the poor little ticky chong flew away like a ticky chong. Then cockroach on in the condensed milk. Mama get vexed for the condensed milk. Who leave the condensed milk open? Come near you picky head, good for nothing. Mama get vexed and she got get hot. She got some lashing, then you know what. Poverty is hell. Poverty is hell.
And of course, we are back with you. Shadow said poverty is hell, boy. But Karina Ashe says,
There's no excuse.
thank you very much, Tommy.
No excuse for no excuse for crime.
Oh God, Tommy, boy. Yeah, boy. Karina Ashe, boy. I want to talk to Karina Ashe, you know. I want to talk to my Lavantil compatriot. You understand? Who grew up, I think, in Village Council, Lavantil. That's what I've been told. Joan, welcome. Joan Bisnat Feenberg. She's watching from Brooklyn. Welcome, Joan.
Welcome, Joan. Welcome to the village.
Joan is a regular now. Joan is a regular. We have two Joans now, you know. We have Joan 1 and Joan 2.
Joan 1
right?
and Joan 2. Okay.
Joan 1 and Joan 2. In other words, he came to blame UNC for the crime that the country facing presently. Rowley just wanted to become PM to feel like the ruler. He has no kindness towards the country. All right. Caribbean Soul said, as his supporters, they say this is PNM country, they could destroy it, cause it's them own. Okay. All right. Bisram, welcome. Sandy Grandi in the house. If you fact check the people who would have said this is PNM country, you'll understand they're not born Trinidadians. They come during Eric Williams' time. All right. Curtis Monteshad, boy, out of Chumac, boy, Chumacanian. I heard Jack Warner is a free man now. We had to call back Jack, you know, Tommy.
Yeah. But just looking at from the perspective as us being Americans by naturalization, when you think about some of those statements that people are making that they're not born Trinidadians, we are not born Americans, but we are here and we are considered Americans at this particular time. So basically, I'm saying that to say that we can be described in the same fashion too by American people, and we may not take kindly to it because we pay dues and we pay taxes here.
And many of us also pay taxes in Trinidad and Tobago too.
That's correct. And those who came from other places that are there now, they pay taxes and they pay dues.
And many of us have a Trinidad passport.
That's right.
And many of us are citizens of Trinidad and Tobago.
This is correct.
You know, I don't know, Tommy, why I am a citizen of Trinidad and Tobago, but in order to vote in an election, I have to go back to Trinidad and Tobago to vote. And and I can't vote here in the United States of America. Why is that?
You cannot?
No, I can't vote in no election in Trinidad here in the United States.
Oh, okay. I get you. I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I had to go back home.
Well, it's just the way the thing's set up. Hopefully, someone will get it right and give us the option to do absentee
But why is
ballot.
that for me? Why discriminate
No,
against citizens because they're living outside of Trinidad and Tobago?
well, they don't have an absentee ballot system in place yet. But let's hope. Let's be hopeful that it's only a matter of time before it gets sorted out.
I mean, 2024, you know.
Well, we're still hopeful.
We don't do Zoom with people in Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
We just do Zoom, huh?
Yeah,
or we just use Teams, huh? Or we just use Google Meet, huh? Or we just use WhatsApp, huh?
Or StreamYard.
Or StreamYard, and we can't vote in an election in Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm going to say this. And I want you guys to tape this program. I want to say that whenever another party comes into power in Trinidad and Tobago, we, as citizens who live in outside of Trinidad and Tobago, going to be able to vote. Let me repeat that. When another party other than the PNM comes into power in Trinidad and Tobago, this is not about party, you know. This is about country, you know. Because that doesn't mean to say if we have absentee voting that people ain't go vote for the PNM or they ain't go vote for the UNC or the NTA or the COP, whoever one they vote for. I don't care who they vote for. All I am saying is that we should have the right to vote in an election in Trinidad and Tobago. Because think about this, Tommy. Them people in the embassy in Trinidad and Tobago, in the USA embassy, you know them just vote in an election in America?
Of course.
You know that?
Of course, an American citizen can vote from Trinidad. You can vote in a U.S. election by absentee ballot.
So how come they're in our country and they could vote in their election, and we in their country and we can't vote in our election? Or they make it make sense now?
It's simple. It's simple. The infrastructure has to be put in place.
So me that's easy.
Of course.
That easy.
It's no rocket science.
As they say, that's easy peasy. That easy. Small thing. That's small thing.
It's no rocket science.
Not only that, but think about this, Tommy. You could have a dual citizenship in this country, and you could become a senator in this country.
That's correct.
In Trinidad, you cannot become an MP if you have dual citizenship. And you know what most Trinidadians will say? I'm saying most Trinidadians, you can't serve two masters. You got to give up one. When? Back in the Jurassic Age? In the Stone Age? You got to give up one? Oh, God. You know, Tommy, what that reminds me of? That reminds me of a few weeks ago when this government put on a press conference to tell people how they could dress to come to a governmental office in 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Why Massa Day ain't done, you know?
Nope.
Massa alive and well in Trinidad and Tobago under this government, you know?
Yeah, alive and kicking.
Alive and kick. But they ain't just kicking, boy, Tommy. They're stomping too, boy.
Okay.
That fellow who sing, remember the fellow who sing Footsteps? God rest his soul. Footsteps. It's footsteps. Stamped together.
Yeah, what's his name again?
I forget the fella name, man. Yeah, footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You know what? Many Trinidadians just sit down there and say, what's the big deal? What's the big deal? Carnival coming, you know. Or they like my carnival though, eh? Especially Juve, you know. I like my Juve too bad, you know. Oh God.
Had
Yeah,
some
Tommy boy.
hmm
We like it so. Rose, good night.
Yeah,
Rose still love in the house.
love to you, Rose.
We see Rose
Love to you. Love to you,
Flood
Rose.
Hill was leased by a farmer long ago. His name was Flood. He used to mine cows. That's how the hill got its name. Now we talking about a different Flood Hills, Caribbean soul. One here in the United States. Renwick boy out at Tobago, boy. Renwick. Yeah, Bishop, I think we go call Mr. Warner, you know. We go call Mr. Warner. Yeah, we go call him.
Yeah, yes,
Tommy
indeed.
answer is right. The other woman on the chat are sweethearts too. Oh, God, all right. All right.
I fully agree. I fully agree.
Yeah. Oh God, look at him. William McLeod come, boy. William McLeod come out in his glory, boy. Hear him now. Hear William McLeod now. Hear William McLeod now, boy. Oh God, you can see, boy. Another illiterate, educated PNM person.
Mrs. Wall Street.
You're more daughters than the Prime Minister. Well, let me tell William McLeod something. William McLeod, growing up in Chumaka, Clavantel, my grandmother always told me, it takes a dotish person to know a dotish person. So welcome to the dotish club. Now you and I are in the same club. Thank you very kindly for the compliment.
You know, but to think about it, I don't think the Prime Minister dotish, you know. I think he's tired. Maybe a little overworked, number one. Number two, maybe the work is starting to catch up with him as far as age or whatever it is, but maybe senility. Something is going on that I cannot explain, but somebody with a stronger background in these things could probably elaborate. And
but William McLeod, where you joining us from? But Tommy, you know, you just raised a point there. He's saying the Prime Minister and I are both dotish. I just more dotish than he.
mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But I listen. If a Prime Minister is considered to be dotish, and I'm more dotish than the Prime Minister, well, I have to be brighter than the Prime Minister.
It looks that way. Looks that way.
And I am not even going to call you. I will call you by your name, Mr. William McLeod. You understand? When you go low, we go high. We don't go in the sub-basement with Mr. William McLeod. Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Wash. Good night, Mr. Tommy.
Yeah.
I take it. Well, I'm always taking the program. Today I take the Prime Minister with the press conference. When I reach the question time with the journalist, they said the Prime Minister started with the young lady.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, I saw that.
Man, he started talking about he's a scientist. He's a scientist. The doctor always use a science, you know. Man, come and talk about the UNC. I was 7 years ago with some report. He come with that big book too, eh?
A big book, boy. A book. Yeah? Telling people about 2017. 7 years ago. You know coming with that. But you have to be bankrupt of ideas to come with something 7 years ago. Really?
No solution in come at all. We say we go do with crime. We couldn't blame the opposition leader. I feel the opposition leader is the government, you know.
Yeah. They might make them the government and just make them the government. Forget about
But
it.
them look like them in charge. Every minute you blaming the opposition, you ain't taking blame for your mistakes and the MP Fitzgerald Hines and them who are sort of failures in the country.
But we have
go ahead. He come to defend Fitzgerald Hines and the commissioner of police there.
Two abysmal failures.
Telling you.
Failures.
What should this country really with going under this evil wicked RPM and this way call them, you know?
Well, I look to and listen and take the program, man.
Yeah, man.
I know you come back. I know you come back next week at 91.9. I hope you get some more days too.
Yeah, man. Bless.
And
All
talk to Tobago how evil and wicked European government is. Look to and listening.
All right. Yeah.
Good night. Good night, KFC.
Tommy, so Mr. William McLeod, welcome to Indie Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. And I can guarantee you, when you leave here, you will get some brain food. Yeah? Let me finish with the article I was reading on the crime here in the United States of America. Because in Trinidad and Tobago, we just quick to compare ourselves to United States of America. Right? So let me continue. We talked about community volunteers and officers on foot and bike patrol were listed as the means of reducing crime. Prime Minister, you just get that free. That is a free solution. Free. It is historic. It is the largest one-year decline, said Asher, who is the co-founder of AH Datalytics and the former crime analyst. Listen to this. All you listening, huh? All you don't get this other places, you know. It is historic. It is the largest one-year decline, says Asher, who is the co-founder of AH Datalytics and a former crime analyst for the CIA and the New Orleans Police Department. It's cities of every size. It is suburbs, it is rural counties, tiny cities, large cities. It's really a national decline. National, you know?
Of course. You know, but we saw that worked in Brooklyn years ago. And it's about time everybody take a note out of New York's page.
Let me read on, Tommy. U.S. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco stated that the federal government has acted as a force multiplier in assisting law enforcement to reduce the country's homicide rate. This has been achieved by identifying and taking the most persistent shooters and violent criminals off the streets. Hello, TNT. But let me read on. An ABC News review of preliminary crime data for the 10 largest U.S. cities shows that 7 of the municipalities have seen double-digit year-over-year decline in 2023 homicides. And listen to this now. Listen. Including an 11% drop in New York City, a 16% decrease in LA, and a 13% reduction in Chicago. And those are 3 states that we call for you to tell Prime Minister Rowley, when you want to help assistant in reducing crime, you don't go to Delaware State. You don't go there. But we cannot tell you that. You going to Delaware? You know, Tommy, I am wondering why they went to Delaware, you know.
Makes you wonder.
I just wonder.
Makes you go,
Makes you go, I just wondering. I just wondering a little bit, you know. You know what I mean?
Makes you go,
Makes you go, I was wondering. Anyway, let me continue. Smaller cities have also seen decreases in homicide in 2023, according to a report. New Orleans, listen, which had the highest murder rate in the nation in 2022, have seen a 25% drop in homicides in 2023. Let me read on. Baltimore homicide numbers. I think we have a fella who's part of this chat here living in Baltimore, you know.
I think so too.
Yeah. Is that the fellow with the
What cricketer's last name?
Yeah. I think it's he. The one with the cricketer last name. I think he live in Baltimore. Yeah. He live in Baltimore. Right? If he live there, he lives somewhere close to there.
Okay.
Let me read it. Baltimore homicide numbers have fallen by 25%. Atlanta by 18%. And Miami by 15%. We are looking at some numbers that we haven't seen in close to 60 years in the city of Detroit. Detroit Police Chief James White told ABC News. But we are stopping short of celebrating because certainly we still have a lot of work to do. Listen to this. White credited much of Detroit's crime reduction to regaining public trust and building partnership with community violence interrupters, civilians who operate on the street to assist police department in identifying trouble spots and solve crime. That's the whole report. You want to come and tell people you going to Delaware to help Trinidad and Tobago fight crime? You're not serious about crime. You ain't serious. Nah, you're not serious. You ain't serious. Tommy, and I want to thank you for bringing that to my attention. I missed that part. I totally missed it. But we have two fact checkers. We call them the fact check kings. We are the fact check kings, the king of fact checks. King, boy. When you listen to 91.9 from 6 to 4, you must and will always hear the word now, fact check. They can't get away from it. Because we are raising the standard of radio in Trinidad and Tobago. Yes. All the way in the United States of America, we are raising the bar. That's okay, you know. You know when you go to the Olympics, when all the jumpers clear a certain height, they just raise the bar again, Tommy?
Yep.
Right? And when they clear the height, they raise the bar again?
That's correct.
Right. That's what we're doing. We having a radio Olympics, raising the bar. That's what it is. Radio Olympics. And we're raising the bar for everyone. Vidya says, Vidya, welcome. Tommy on Wall Street. Good evening, guys. Orange locked on. Vidya right there next door in Orange. Yeah.
Good evening, Vidya.
Yeah. Caribbean Soul says, Wall Street like your gas run out, boy. They go freeze and die. And they lie.
Freeze to death.
Oh, God, you go freeze to death. Rose say, I'll tell me I have so much energy. Yeah, Rose. Rose, I just drink a smoothie in the morning. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah.
What's
right.
in there?
Say that again?
What's in there?
Tommy, I'll have to bring all the ingredients. It has chia seeds. It has spirulina. It has quinoa. It have oats. It have ginger. It have but it's so much ingredients it have. And that is my breakfast in the morning, you know. And that just keep me till about 3-4 o'clock in the evening.
How much of it you drink? How many ounces?
About 16 ounces, I would say.
Wow.
Yeah. About 16 ounces. Yeah, and it keep me for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wall Street. So in these states you listed, corruption is high in those states also. Probably that's why Raul you went there. Caribbean still like I don't know about that.
We don't know about that part.
Yeah, we don't know about that part. We don't know about that part.
Mr. Anderson Wilson rather.
Yeah.
Good night to you, sir.
Yeah. Good night to you. Yeah. Yeah. Nadia said good night again.
Good night, Nads.
Hey. But look, we partner. Mean with the cricketer last name. I
Enough
think.
respect.
Yeah, I think good evening, Wall Street and Tommy. I think he from down that side down there, you know.
Good evening, Mr. Mean Gene.
Oh God, is mean with the cricketer last name. You know that is,
I think the people in that don't understand what is poverty. No?
yeah, you think so? They know what's poverty. Patricia Hutchinson, welcome.
Good evening, Patricia.
Good evening to you, Patricia. Living in a decent house and can't afford to pay bills or eat a good meal, that's poverty also. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here comes our next. Here comes our next. Our next. Ambrose Blank. Ambrose. Ambrose said, if you guys are smart, you have to know that the events of the past will have bearings on the future. Reality was too damn annoying with the dotish questions. You hear that? For me? You hear that? You know, I don't even know Ambrose Blank, but I know he's a PNM. I don't know him. I don't know William McLeod, or no, I don't know Ambrose Blank, but I know them fellas as PNM. I could guarantee them as PNM. You don't see them? Eh?
Isn't William McLeod the person who used to do Soca Monarch?
Nah. I don't think that is that William McLeod. I don't feel so. You understand? William McLeod, where you joining us from? But I know the two of them is PNM. William McLeod and Ambrose Blank. And listen, let me tell you something. You see in our program, we have people from all different parties in this program. We have UNC, we have PEP, we have TPP, we have PDP, we have PNM. We welcome each and every one. And it's the one thing you will not find us doing, and we don't tolerate it here, is disrespect. We don't disrespect you, and we expect you to not disrespect us. If
Correct.
you disrespect us, we just delete you and go to them programs where all of us cuss each other and disrespect each other. We don't tolerate that here. We do not tolerate that.
And we do believe you have the right to agree, and we do agree to disagree at times.
Absolutely. And you have a right to support whichever party you want to support.
That's correct.
We don't. Go ahead, Tommy.
No, we want one thing here when you come here in the village, that you think.
Think. That's it. Don't come like Ambrose Blank. Ambrose already talking about real estate was annoying with the question or dotish questions. So anytime you ask Prime Minister Rowley a difficult question, as far as the PNM people, those that go along, get along, PNM gang is concerned, that dotish. But I wish I could get an opportunity to go to them press conference, I wish. I just wish. Right? We was invited to the Minister of National Security press conference. No, the Minister of Finance press conference when Diana was on the program, and we were never invited back. Them doesn't know who to invite. Maybe COP is absolutely correct. They just pick and choose who to send, who to invite into them press conference. Because them kind of softball question that they say, them reporting them asking, please. But I have no problem with Ambrose and William McLeod and them, man. Them fellas, them just show their petticoat. Is that what I say for man or is that for woman?
That's for a woman. But but it's just one thing though. That bullying attitude has to stop.
No, it can't. It can't. How it go stop, Tommy? Look how long Patrick Manning told us about that. Look how much years. We in 2024 now. That behavior, I expect that behavior. Just like when I listen to Julia Davy, the female Rottweiler, the female PNM activist Rottweiler. That is a mantra. When I listen to Mr. Rooster, right? He does get plenty things wrong, and he don't care whether he get wrong. He go come and tell you this is for entertainment purposes only. Oh God! Well, yes, yeah. So you expect different, Tommy? Really?
I guess I expect too much.
Yeah. All right. Let me go again. Okay. Let me see. Wall Street, you could be more a failure than you. You cannot be compared with a prime minister who has a success story. When did I compare myself with the prime minister? Where did Brozy get that from? I'll call him Brozy from now. Where Brozy get that from? Brozy, where you get that from? Blank Brozy, where you get that from? I don't get that. Tommy, have I ever compared myself with Prime Minister Rowley?
Not that I know of.
No, maybe I missed it.
Maybe he compares you to Prime Minister Rowley.
Oh, you see, Tommy, there you go again. I tell you, here's the 1,000 watt with 75 watts in a box.
So,
yeah, explain that to me. All right, let me hear what Brozy had to say again. Brozy says, Caribbean Soul, tell your friends in the UNC to stop supporting the criminal and financing their criminal activities. Have them go to Parliament and support the government efforts in crime. Okay. Okay. So Brozy, listen to this. The UNC started a crime talks because it appears the Prime Minister Rowley didn't want to meet with the UNC because Gary Griffith was part of the people that they put up, right? So Gary Griffith removed himself from the group, and I guess the UNC said that the Prime Minister had to be part of the group, right? So there was a stalemate. But the UNC held crime talks that was well attended. And I guarantee you there's a lot of people there who was not UNC. And you know why they went? Because they are concerned about crime in Trinidad and Tobago. Them don't care who holding the talks. That could have been the NTA. That could have been the ILP, the COP. As a matter of fact, they could have bring back the DLP or NAR, and people would have show up because the people of Trinidad and Tobago are concerned with the runaway crime in Trinidad and Tobago. They are concerned. But when you have people like Brozy and them coming in here, Brozy and them don't really, them not interested in no crime talks, you know. You understand? Them just want, they want to, as a matter of fact, I don't know if Brozy and them, Brozy, or they wanted to stay sober, or they really want things to improve. Because all your prime minister going to Delaware, Delaware, to bring, you know, boy, oh God, all you start to do a little bit of homework now. Start to think critically. Okay. So the prime minister came to a press conference and he said that he's bringing people from Delaware. Let's go to see, right, as far as crime reduction. Let's look at Delaware and see what kind of crime reduction they had in 2023 compared to other states in the United States of America. You know what that's like, Tommy? That's like when Brian Manning told the people that Trinidad had one of the lowest tax in the hemisphere. And when he was fact checking it, he changed it to the Western Hemisphere. But
and even that is wrong.
Even that was wrong. Poor Brian. I feel sorry for him. Even that was wrong. I had to fact check him on that one and say, Brian, you know America is in the Western Hemisphere. And you know America have a lower property tax rate than Trinidad and Tobago. Oh, he said, he come up with something different now. Them fellas and them, boy. Oh God, boy. And so Caribbean so said Ambrose and Williams, they all fighting Wall Street. Wall Street is more PNM than all. Rowley E did not roll at Wall Street House. Oh God. You know. Oh God, Caribbean soul. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Anselm, and good night, Mr. Tommy.
Yeah, man, good night.
So,
Good night, Mr. Florida.
So this Ambrose guy who write that comment just now, Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy, you know why I just pray to God for? You know why I just pray? That person who writing that is a old person who need to be on a wheelchair to vote. Not somebody who have a young family growing up. Because to make an uneducated statement like that, if it's that is what they're teaching their children or their nephew or their niece. No, it's sad to have a big man write a comment like that. The thing is, everybody like to talk about UNT corrupted, UNT corrupted, UNT corrupted, but they don't have no evidence. The PNM government spent over nearly $100 million investigating the UNC, and they haven't found anything wrong yet. They bring a lady from England, and she stayed in the Hyatt, investigate $50-some million. But the thing is, what all these sycophants and them do ask themselves is that, 9 years at a budget of $50 billion by $450 billion. And what improvement you see in your life for 9 years. But they won't ask themselves that, because you know what's the first thing they'll say? Oh, no matter whoever government in power, I had to live. No. You dip your finger for a reason. You dip a finger not for yourself, You dip a finger for the future, for your children and for your nephew and your niece, to make their life easier and to have a country that they could see, be proud and see Trinidad, and I from Trinidad and Tobago, because right now a lot of people around the world are very skeptical for telling people, hey, I from Trinidad and Tobago. So sycophants try and change your ways and try and deal with policies and a party. Thank you very much. Have a good night, Mr. Hansen and Mr. Tommy.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Good night. Good night.
Thanks a lot.
Distractions.
Brosy, what Brosy said? Brosy said, and who is Wall Street to advise the government on crime fight measures? Brosy, all we try to do here is to give the government information that have been tried and tested. That is all. When we give information, means to say it has been tried and tested. You hear me? Tried and tested. I know you might know the difference between the both of them, but let me just use tried and forget tested. Has been tried. You understand, Rosie?
And we like to do research here, Rosie, if you don't know.
Yeah, Rosie. Rosie, we love to do research here, We don't just come to the radio station and tell people the government of the United States only place sanctions on countries, not individuals. Rosie, we don't come to the radio station and talk that type of garbology. If we don't know, before we talk it, we research it. and we come and give you information. Little brain food, Brosy. You know, little brain food. And I know so far you just come in here and you get brain food already, you know. Brosy, now you know the 3 states in this country that had some of the largest reduction in homicide rates in 2023. What could you learn from those 3 states, Brosy, or Prime Minister Rowley? What do you think, Tommy? What they could learn from them? What do you think?
What I think. What I think they could learn is that going to Delaware is wasting time.
Oh, Tommy, yeah. Oh, yeah. Tommy, you're very impeccable with your words.
Oh.
Oh God! Listen, Tommy, look what Brosy say. Brosy says he's a proud supporter of the PNM, and
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing's wrong with that.
wait, Brosy, where Brosy and them just come out and shoot, boy?
So does that mean that now that you are not an independent thinker? That
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not. Anything the PNM tell Brosy have to regurgitate that. He can't go and think for himself. No. Brosy and William McLeod. And Tommy, Margaret is correct. Margaret say is William Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, he was thinking about William Monroe. So
Monroe, sorry.
Right. So people like Brosy and them, only yesterday, the Prime Minister said that they're going to Delaware. So what Brosy and them go come and say, boy, what wrong with all you? The Prime Minister going to Delaware for help. Only you see that? Great job, Prime Minister Rowley. Excellent job. Yeah. But let we go with a fact check on the Prime Minister today. Yeah?
Yeah, fact check him.
Brosy, did you fact check your Prime Minister today, Brosy? You and William? Well, William and Brosy.
Pay attention.
Pay attention. And this is from us. We did the homework, Brosy. And William and Willie. Willie, I'll call him Willie. Willie and Brosy. We did the homework. We took the time, Willie and Brosy, and we did the homework. So here it is. We fact checked the Prime Minister today. And Willie and Brosy, I don't want you to go nowhere, because we fact check the Minister of National Security too. And all you know how good we are when we fact check people that does apologize, you know. Willie and Brosy, all you know that? There we go. Fact checking the Prime Minister Rowley. Here we go. Which one it is now? Let me see if I can get this one. Brosy don't go nowhere, you know. Stay right there.
Good evening, Nina Simone Descent.
Which one is it, boy? I think this is it. Here we go. Here we go, Brosy. Listen to this one, Brosy. Listen to this one. Listen attentively. Yeah? And Brosy, this comes directly from the mouth of Prime Minister Rowley. Yeah? We didn't do nothing. Yeah? Brosy and Willie? All you listen.
Is it time, Dr. Rowley, sorry about that. Is it time for Parliament to have a crime debate? Well, firstly, on the specifics of policing structure, and then a broader...
Many debates on crime.
But they tend to be very just like no confidence motions and a lot of slanging off.
No. I have not been Prime Minister of this country for 9 years, 8.5 years. There has never been a no confidence motion in me.
Not you.
Right? Or the government.
Well, Honorable Minister.
Me or the government? No, you just mentioned no confidence. As
the Honorable Minister.
Fact check. PM Rowley lies again. On May 13, 2016 in the Guardian newspapers, it stated UNC files no confidence motion against Al-Rawi. Opposition leader Kamla Persad-Bissessar says a private motion for the House of Representatives to express its loss of confidence in Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi was filed in the parliament yesterday. If approved, it could be debated in about 12 days. Persad-Bissessar said the motion was filed in the wake of the passage of the Strategic Services Agency Amendment Bill in Parliament. The bill gives the SSA an expanded mandate to monitor, via the interception of calls, people suspected of engaging in serious crimes, including treason and money laundering. The opposition said there were insufficient checks and balances in the legislation to prevent abuse by the SSA. Speaking during a news briefing at the opposition room, Tower D, Waterfront Center, Port of Spain, yesterday, Persad-Bissessar said once the amended bill was proclaimed the opposition would initiate legal action to have it annulled. She said the motion was filed in the name of MP for Orapusha East Dr. Rudal Munilal. It also seeks to have Al-Rawi's appointment revoked by Prime Minister Keith Rowley. Persad-Bissessar said the motion was based on Al-Rawi's conduct of the Malcolm Jones matter, which related to the discontinuation of a case in the High Court against the former executive president of state-owned company, Petrotrin. She said the decision lacked transparency and accountability and caused the state to lose more than $1.2 billion. Persad-Bissessar said the motion was also brought because the AG gave unsound and unfounded legal advice in the parliament when he said there were no privacy rights in the country. She said Al-Rawi has compromised the office of the Attorney General. Persad-Bissessar also said Al-Rawi ought to have known that former temporary independent Senator Justin Junqueira was on the payroll of his ministry. She dismissed Junqueira's claim that the 2015 state brief was offered by AG Garvin Nicholas. According to the former Prime Minister, it mattered not which AG offered the brief, as what was important was that he voted while still employed in the office of the AG. Speaking with the media outside the parliament minutes later, Al-Rawi said he welcomed the motion if and when it was debated in the House of Representatives. He said Persad-Bissessar was using the matter to distract public attention from an alleged attack by opposition Senator Gerald Ramdeen on the former temporary independent senator. He said he was absolutely confident that anything that the UNC brings, I will not only be capable of answering, but very pleased to answer. In addition, from the Hansard dated Wednesday, January 27, 2021, a no-confidence motion was filed against Minister of National Security. Madam Speaker, by this motion, we call on members of this august House to express their lack of confidence in the Minister of National Security, just as citizens in Trinidad and in our sister island Tobago, in the seats of Arima Central, Cunupia/Hindustan, St. Mary's, just as those citizens expressed no confidence in this government on Monday, January 25. Desk thumping, the minister has a track record of speaking out of turn, trying to deflect, or sometimes simply speaking untruths. The minister has tried to blame everyone else for his own incompetence. Indeed, the minister's favorite phrase is unpatriotic, and there are numerous examples of the minister referring to persons with whom he does not agree as being unpatriotic. Mr. D. Rambali, Madam Speaker, as I rise to speak in this critical motion of no confidence in the Honorable Minister of National Security, member for Port of Spain North/St. Anne's West, I would like to first start off by saying that the constituents of Chaguanas West are in full support of the member for Siparia, the Honorable Leader of the Opposition, in bringing this timely motion. It is a critical motion. Therefore, once again PM Rowley proves that a liar has no memory.
Where William Brosy? You gone?
It's probably a little too heavy for them.
William Brosy, are they still there? Willie Brosy? Fact check. And listener, the Hansard. By the way, I don't think Faris Al-Rawi and Stuart Young was part of the government, right? Because he said there's been never no confidence motion brought against his government, right? They're not part of the government, right, Tommy?
Nope.
No, they're not part of it, right? Oh, okay. Yeah. There you go, Brosy and Willie. But all you, there is more, you know. But we go give all you when we come back at the top of the hour. We have our next fact check too, you know. Yeah. Oh God, boy. The line we work hard. You know, we going inside of, oh, I would say that, boy. Inside of inside the parliament and outside, inside and outside the parliament. Yeah. We're going inside and outside the parliament. Yeah. So, Brosy, look, you and Willie, look how all you learned something. Look at that. Eh? Margaret, welcome. Oh God, Tommy, I doesn't know what to say sometimes. Seriously. So Wall Street, Brosy said Wall Street, you clearly did not listen to Rhea Tate and her questions that she keep asking over and over. And Brosy, if Rhea Tate asks the question 10 times, the Prime Minister should be nice enough to answer the question. Don't try to bully the young lady. Eh? I think Brosy will agree with that. I think Willie gone though, you know. Willie gone. I wonder if Willie related to the fella who owned Willie Bakery on Parsi Street.
He's a McLeod?
I ain't sure, you know. But I know they are the same first name. Willie and Willie.
I see.
It's two Willies.
I see.
Listen, Brosy says, I'm proud of my association with the PNM. Whoever criticized Brosy for association with the PNM, I don't get. Brosy,
he doesn't know about your association either.
No. Don't talk about that. And let me tell you, you see Brosy and them fellas, they know real PNM, you know. You know, them is just NM, you know. Them ain't no PNM, Brosy and Willie.
Were they EAF NM?
Yeah. There's yeah, Tommy. Them is EAF NM. Yeah. The Eat a Food National Movement. That's the EAF. Margaret said, which old Brosy and Willie crawl out from? Tears in your eyes. All right, look, Brosy tonight, but you come out. And they have a next one who's called himself, what is he called himself? Fox Islam. He does make appearances too. Brosy says UNC cannot talk about crime when half their front bench have questions to answer to the police from Munila, David Lee, and others. So Tommy, if them I know about David Lee and the situation with the car, whatever, you have to deal with the consequences. If it was done illegally, let the court take its course and treat him accordingly. Yeah? But, Brosy, the PNM have been in power for 9 years now. And you telling me that them fellas have questions to answer and none of them are in jail in almost 10 years?
Something wrong?
Something had to be wrong.
Or it's just distraction and wasting people time. Well, they fail to attend to the urgent issues.
I don't know. I know if I am Prime Minister and a previous party did something wrong and I had the evidence, I'm taking it to the police and I would like them to take it to the DPP and lock them up as soon as possible.
That's right.
I don't care which party it is. Lock them up. You know why? It is the people of Trinidad and Tobago money. Anyway, Wall Street election call in the morning and UNC when Juju will jump shift. That's how political radio hosts work. They have to live. Nah. She ain't go jump no ship. That ship already sailed from she already. Oh God. Mohan, come in, boy. Mohan, how you going, partner? Ambrose Blanc, yet no one in jail. Yes, parroting narratives that you have no proof, but you shove down your throat by. You know, I don't understand why Brosi and them just come up with this thing about, yeah, jail waiting for them, and 9 years, none of them in jail, but jail waiting. Yeah, Margaret, Florida has always hit the nail on the head. Yeah, man. Wall Street volume. Okay. He said thanks. Yeah. Mean Gene says, yeah, I'm calling the man Mean Gene now. Mean with the cricketer last name. Corruption has been rampant in every administration. You know, I don't understand. Anyway, we had to go for the break. When we come back, we have our next fact check video for you. We are the fact check kings. Let me see something. Edison, all my volume up, you know. I think you might try yours and see if you turn up your volume.
I think your volume is just fine, sir.
Yeah. Judy, welcome. Yeah, that's a good thing. How come Fitzgerald didn't go Washington? Let's go for the quick station identification. Folks, it's in the village with yours truly, Professor Walshid and Uncle Tommy on WZY 95.9 FM. And we're supposed to have Dr. Bijnu joining us tonight. Hopefully you'll join us tonight. Okay? Stick and stay. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring me bell, wake up Eric Williams, tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring me bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks, tell she to cast a spell on we party, not what it used to be.
And of course, we are back with you. It's in the village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. TNT time and 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. And Caribbean Source, Wall Street, how come Fitzgerald didn't go to Washington? Why is Stuart Young always behind Rowley anywhere he goes when it concerns oil and gas talk? That's a good question. I don't know how you're going to talk security and you're taking the energy minister. Well, the prime minister said he works in the prime minister office, so he had to take him. Elections around the corner, UNC, speaking all RPNM wrongdoing, they should have exposed them before. Why now? You're not hearing of Al Rawi. Okay. Caribbean Soul, Heinz is just a figure and a puppet for Rowley. Okay. I don't know. Willie, I don't know. Willie said, Mrs. Wall Street, stop talking what you just flush down the toilet. I guess that's the same thing. Willie just flush down the toilet too. I don't know. Just saying. Yeah. The EFNM. That's a good one. Margaret said Fox Islam is a dinosaur too. Eh? So, folks, I want to play. Let me play this for you folks. Just to give you some information about things that I didn't know about with respect to Trinidad and Tobago, Tommy. And the fella with the with the cricketer last name, he shared this with me, and I thought it was really interesting. So take a watch of this.
Have you ever been to this amazing spot in Trinidad? Tucked away in the Cumaca forest in Valencia, this is a series of natural pools and waterfalls known as the Turure Water Steps. Like most other nature trails in Trinidad, the hike is a very picturesque one through the forest, and you have to cross the river several times in shallow waters before reaching the main pools. The duration of this hike is about 45 minutes to an hour. Apart from the pools of crystal clear waters and beautiful waterfalls, the most outstanding feature of this place is the limestone formation, which gives it a special, unique look. This is truly a nature lover's paradise and definitely worth visiting. My name is Afzal Abdul. Remember to follow me on social media.
Tommy, you see the kind of beauty we have in Trinidad and Tobago, boy?
Oh yeah, there's quite a bit. There's much more.
I didn't even know about that one. You know?
Yep.
There just seems to be a lot that we don't know about. So, Tommy, I promised the people the second fact check because we are the fact check kings.
That's right.
And we want people to be honest about what they are doing. But let me see here. Okay. Yeah. All right. I think that's one is done. It's a little lower down. Okay, not that one. Here we go. I want you guys to listen attentively, because that's what we do. Right? So listen to this one. This is the Minister of National Security.
Something else I'm wondering about, maybe the representative of the Defense Force may be able to assist.
Volume's low.
Was the issue of wearing of camouflage, in terms of even, let's say, at the same army, there were some photos, persons wearing in terms of not the actual uniforms of the Defense Force, but things that may look similar. Is that something of concern going through the carnival season, and how is that being addressed?
The issue of camouflage and the public wearing camouflage is an age-old one. The regulations state that the public is not supposed to wear anything that looks similar or is direct representation of the Defense Force uniform, and the Defense Force, Customs, the police continue to enforce the law in relation to this.
Let me very quickly add that it is the Defense Act and a couple of elements of the law that treats with the matter. So just for the benefit of the record, Section 219 of the Defense Act, to which the Colonel made reference, it says, and I might quote, permit me, a person other than a member of the Defense Force who without lawful excuse, the proof whereof shall lie with him, the burden of proof is on him, A, wears the uniform or any portion of the uniforms of a member of the Defense Force, so it means it has to be their uniform, or B, wears any costume or article of clothing or apparel so closely resembling the uniform or any portion thereof.
Now, you hear to say so closely resembling, right?
Right.
So Tommy, if I have a red camouflage, does that resemble the army camouflage, which is green and some other color?
Absolutely not.
No. If I have a red camouflage,
A red camouflage is not even remotely close.
but no, but a red camouflage is still a camouflage.
Yeah, but it's not close because it's green.
But listen, they are saying the law says camouflage. It doesn't tell you whether it's a red camouflage or a pink camouflage or a green camouflage. It says a camouflage. For example, I have running tights, which is camouflage of different colors. When I go to Trinidad, I couldn't wear those tights because it's camouflage. It's not the color of the army, but it's considered to be camouflage. But anyway, let me listen on.
Of a member of the defense force. So let me intersperse here again. It has to be part of their clothing or apparel. Means that if a handbag is in camouflage, that's not clothing or apparel. You follow? And it must so closely resemble, which means if it appears in pink or yellow and brown, you follow me? Doesn't closely resemble. I continue.
That makes absolutely no sense. 0 cents. Camouflage is camouflage.
Yeah, but
camouflage comes in different colors.
Yeah, but what he says is, but it doesn't resemble the green and brownish or whatever that is.
Well, I totally disagree on that, but the law is going to tell you what is required.
Person to be mistaken for a member of the defense force, so that if she turns up in a real thin shorts in the camouflage color and a white or pink top, that doesn't exactly resemble the uniform of the defense force. And therefore, it is in this regard that the colonel says they will enforce the law. They make their own judgment and they take the time in from the facts in front of them before the police decide whether they would prosecute or not. And it continues, if such a person does those things, is liable on summary conviction to a fine of $1,000 or imprisonment for 18 months. Of course, mention is made of this kind of thing in the Summary Offences Act, Chapter 1102, and certainly in the Customs Act as well. There was a case recently in the court in 2021 touching and concerning this matter rather directly, the case of Isaiah Prince and the Attorney General, and where the claimant Isaiah Prince made certain claims and so on, and the court dealt in great detail with this. Suffice it to say that the court recognizes that the law which tells someone how they must dress is a restriction to some extent to a large extent on their constitutional right. But the court understands that it is necessary sometimes to impose society itself on that right in the public interest. But it has laid out in the case, if one took time to read it, the very strict approaches that has to be taken. And the bottom line, as I understand it from following the judgment of the court, is that the thing has to, as I said, resemble. It has to be someone trying to pretend, or it might create confusion in the minds of a reasonable observer. But as I said, it excludes the question of pink camouflage print or yellow camouflage print or the handbag or the umbrella and that kind of thing. And the court is well aware of it. It actually says in the judgment, the court is able, there's no complexity in the court understanding what camouflage means and how it ought to be applied in any particular case. Thank you very warmly.
Thank you very much, Minister, and thank you, sir, as well. Another
Fact check. Fail Gerald Hines fails again. According to the Defense Act CH 1401 Section 219, it is an offense for any person who is not a member of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force to wear any uniform or part of a uniform or any article of clothing made from any material having the appearance or bearing any of the regimental or other distinctive marks of such uniform. Section 219 of the Defense Act states, a person, other than a member of the defense force, who without lawful excuse, the proof whereof shall lie on him, (a) wears the uniform or any portion of the uniforms of a member of the defense force, or (b) wears any costume or any article of clothing or apparel so closely resembling the uniform or any portion thereof of a member of the defense force, as may cause such person to be mistaken for a member of the defense force, is liable on summary conviction to a fine of $1,000 and to imprisonment for 18 months. The importation of any camouflage pattern material into Trinidad and Tobago is also prohibited by Legal Notice 33 of 1984, unless the Minister of National Security certifies that the importation is for the use of the defense force. The Customs Act CH 78:01, Section 44, and Section 213, copyright provide for the seizure and forfeiture of any prohibited goods imported into the country. The use of camouflage clothing by a non-member of the Defense Force falls under the Defense Act CH 1401 Section 219, and the Summary Offences Act CH 11.02 Section 98, 1, and 3. Section 62 of the Police Service Act deals with persons using uniform/gear of the TNT Police Service. Therefore, wearing any camouflage clothing in Trinidad and Tobago is against the law, unless it is authorized by the Minister of National Security or it does not resemble the uniform of the Defense Force. Once again, fail, Gerald Hines misses the mark.
Now let's listen to Gary Griffith now. Okay? Gary Griffith, of all people, should know. He was Commissioner of Police. Let's listen to him. Hold on. There we go. Hold on a minute.
By Fitzgerald Hines to state that persons are allowed to wear pink and yellow camouflage again confirms I continue to state that Fitzgerald Hines. The latest comment by Fitzgerald Hines to state that persons are allowed to wear pink and yellow camouflage again confirms why I continue to state that Fitzgerald Hines continues to be seen as the dumbest minister in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. He spends more time trying to attack political opponents instead of doing research. Had he done research, he would have understood that what he's speaking about is the Defense Act Chapter 1401, which states that persons cannot wear camouflage in the resemblance of the Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force. There's some merit to that. However, it seems that when Keith Rowley travels and he does not invite Fitzgerald Hines to attend conferences with him, it seems that Hines has never traveled outside of Trinidad and Tobago in decades, because everyone who enters Trinidad and Tobago at Piarco Airport, you would have seen under the Customs and Excise Division that Legal Notice 33 in 1984, and also Section 201 in the Customs Act 7801, which states clearly that no one must wear any or have any type of camouflage in any form or fashion, regardless of color. The advertisement even shows someone with a pink camouflage pants. And that is where, even when I was Minister of National Security, I liaised with the head of customs to have that, for us to make arrangements to have that removed from the Ministry of Finance, because the law serves no purpose. It helps no one. It does nothing to improve national security. So that law has that if a child has a pink camouflage toy, a lady has a yellow camouflage short pants, they are breaking the law. So it means that Fitzgerald Hines did not do research to understand there are two separate laws as it pertains to camouflage. He is only looking at the one from the Defense Act under the Ministry of National Security. However, under the Ministry of Finance, that outdated law that makes it illegal for a child to have a pink camouflage toy or a lady with a yellow camouflage short pants is still there. I wrote to the previous Attorney General in this government to have it amended. Again, no one took us on because they don't see this as being important. But it again shows the incompetence of Fitzgerald Hines to make a false and misleading statement to say that you can't wear pink and yellow camouflage. At this time, in our law books, it is against the law. What is required is for the government to do their work for once, instead of attacking political opponents, to remove that law, which is Section 213 of the Customs Act 7801, which says that any form of camouflage, regardless of color, regardless of pattern, is illegal.
And that's exactly the law we quote in our fact check. So, if we have anybody to believe, of course, we can believe Fitzgerald Hines or the former Minister of National Security, former Commissioner of Police, Gary Griffith, should actually know about that. You know what? Let me try and call Gary Griffith quickly. Hold on, eh? Let me try Gary Griffith. See if we go pick up. Gary Griffith. There we go. So, folks, we call him Gary Griffith. Well, wait now, boy. Today's Carnival. What fete tonight, boy?
1 week from Carnival Tuesday.
You know, there are some big fete tonight, boy.
You gotta save it till after Carnival.
Yeah, because we want to hear it from a person who've been, but that's his voice note. And when I hear that voice note, I did my own fact check and realized that Fitzgerald Hines was wrong. He was wrong. And, well, Gary confirmed it. And then I did the fact check even further to confirm what Fitzgerald Hines, again, I sorry, boy. They say Eric Williams go give us that back free. Okay. I wonder where Brozy and William going. Brozy and William going, boy. Yeah. You fact check 2 of them tonight. But Tommy, I wanted to bring something to your attention. You know, Jamaica have this splendiferous road, boy. You know about it? And this new road? Look at
The new road is beautiful, man.
Oh
From-
my God, man! Look at this.
My youth, me drop at school, you know, and can you believe some read St. Thomas before 8:30? My youth, the road. No, sir. Me have to go vote in a local government election. Man, nah lie. The road take me. Me can't believe some reach at St. Thomas already. Jaja.
That's you where the Chinese built?
Yeah, boy. No, I ain't sure if that is the one, huh?
Well, they seem to be doing quite a bit of work in Jamaica.
Well, they say election coming up. Yeah. Let me see. I think I have another video here. Let's see what that one is, boy. Let me check this one, eh? So Tommy, there you have it. We have had 2 fact checks and one confirmed by the former Minister of National Security and the former COP. Oh, that one a little too long. Tommy, did you see the video with the 10 top Caribbean economies?
No, I did not.
That one a little too long though. That is about that one too long. But I was surprised to realize that Trinidad wasn't part of the 10 top Caribbean economies in 2023.
Well, at this point, I'm not so surprised.
Why? How come?
Because we're not what we used to be. We're not where we used to be.
Okay. And you see this slight controversy in Tobago with respect to the medium steel band panorama, right? I don't think that's a controversy though. Did you hear about it?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
The president of Pan Trinbago, I think her name is Ramsey Moore.
Yeah, but yes.
Her band won the medium band panorama. And I think her son is the arranger.
Right.
And people were saying that it seemed like there was something there. And in my estimation, there was nothing there. Right? Because the former Pan Trinbago president, I think his name was Keith Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz, yes.
I think he was a Desperados person, and Desperados won Panorama while he was president of Pan Trinbago. Right? And I think there were other people who were part of Pan Trinbago, because in order to be on the board of Pan Trinbago, you had to be part of a steel band.
Right, you had to be in the steel band movement. You don't necessarily have to be a part of a steel band, but you had to be experienced with the steel band movement.
Well, it's my understanding that you have to be part of a steel band. Like, for example, if Beverly Ramsey Moore wasn't the manager for Cats and Jammers, she couldn't become president of Pan Trinbago. She couldn't come from outside the Pan movement and become president. That's my understanding.
But to be in the Pan movement, you don't necessarily have to be a heavyweight in a band.
What do you mean heavyweight?
Like
Would you have to be part of the executive of a band in order to become president?
I didn't think so, but if that's the case, then so be it.
No. What about your what about my friend? What is his name? Remember him?
Who, Sheppy?
Yeah, we could call him.
Yeah, we can call Sheppy. Let's see if he answers. You have his number? Let me send you his number.
No, I have it. I hope this is the same number. Darren Shepherd, right?
Yeah, he has the same phone.
Yeah, let me call him and see. He's with
Fontclair.
Yeah. It's street. I the same number you have from before, right?
Yeah, he has the same number. He'll be practicing right now.
Was the make the final, right?
Yeah, they're in the final.
Let me call what is his name? Ras the Spliffer Ras the Spliffer Desposition. All right. Because Darren used to be part of Trinbago too.
Yeah, he was
He was high up in there, man.
Yeah, he was the
PRO, public relations officer.
No, foreign relations or something like that, or for overseas or something like that.
Let me see if he will answer. I'm calling Ulrich. I think Ulrich does play for Despos. Everybody in our party, but
Soon. Panorama coming up on the weekend.
All right. All right. No look. So that's interesting, Tommy, because I don't think there was much of a problem there because oh God. Judy says, and some I have noticed other platforms are doing fact check. They are following the leaders. Yeah, we lead, we originate, we don't imitate. Yeah. Judy, you're absolutely correct. Caribbean Soul, that's a major product. That's no road paved project like what PNM does give them in Trinidad to vote on. That's a big project there, boy.
It's brand new roads they made.
Yeah, boy. That's serious there, boy. I ain't gonna lie. Eh? That is serious. Now, there is another one. There was another one I wanted to show. Let me see if it's over here. Nah, it's not there. Okay. There is another informative video. Oh, you know, we didn't put this up. Okay, let me see if I get this one, Tommy. Oh, yes. Tommy, remember Kizelle Jackson, right?
Of course.
She's a very educated person, no?
Yeah, with PDP.
Yeah, with PDP. And she made a video recently talking about a cashless society and making a comparison to what's going on in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's take a listen.
Hi, good morning. I speak to the repressive government of Trinidad and Tobago this morning. I want to tell you how easy it is for us to move out of the dark ages into the age of enlightenment, because it seems that Trinidad and Tobago is in the dark ages economically. Problems for Forex in our country, major problems. And this problems for Forex is also problems for business. I don't understand who is the Minister of Finance and what is the economic state in, because it's not that difficult. The world is moving into a cashless society, but it's very difficult right now to obtain a credit card in Trinidad and Tobago. For what reason? Long time they used to have, Republic Bank used to have a VTM card, prepaid card, not anymore. So it seems as though instead of moving forward, we are going backward. And how would we be able to mitigate a cashless society when we have so much problems to access US dollars? I did a video earlier talking about the dollar swap and what could be done, but it seems as though the government, they are not paying attention. Or is it that it's orchestrated? I have to speak also to the Central Bank and to the Bankers Association. What are you all doing about the situation? When a person wants to travel, now they're saying 240 US dollars per travel. It's not really per travel, you know. They have a cycle. Every 3 months, you can get 240 US dollars. Like really Trinidad and Tobago. This is nonsense now. Yeah? Look how easy it is. I'm going to show you the machine. So this is the machine. All you press is touch the start. Buy card. Accept. And you put in the amount of money you're going to put into the machine, and the machine is used to you a card, a prepaid card. It's that simple. So what really is taking place in Trinidad and Tobago? Is it that our government, are they fully dunce? Question of the day. Have a good one, guys. Out of JFK.
Hey,
How easy is that, Tommy?
kissing hands,
How difficult is something like that, boy?
pulling teeth. Depends on where you are.
I don't know, boy, Tommy, boy. I don't know, Tommy. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, well, then don't say anything because you may say the wrong thing.
But it seemed to me, Tommy, that when you try to give advice, somehow the people think you are trying to tell them how to do their business.
But if they don't know, you don't know.
It's that simple. If you don't know. But maybe they think that they know. Right? Maybe they think they know.
Well, they could think wrong.
Yeah. I mean, so many ideas have come to the fore. So many ideas. I mean, did you see the pool scandal for $2 million?
Somewhere I saw that in one of my posts.
Look at here.
Almost 4 years after the closure of the Siparia Community Swimming Pool, SCSP, facility, the Ministry of Sport and Community Development, MSCD, continues to pay $44,928 a month to IBIS Security Services to protect the pool's equipment and facilities. A 25-meter-long outdoor pool and a smaller pool nearby were closed in March 2020 during the COVID-19 lockdown measures. Despite a promise by the ministry to have the 6-lane pool reopened last March, this never materialized, and the public has been voicing their displeasure about the facility going to waste. In the 47 months the pool has been closed, taxpayers have forked out $2.1 million in security fees. The state also has to foot the facility's electricity, telephone, and water bills even though it is not in use. The average cost to operationalize one pool annually is $631,000. A breakdown showed the annual estimated cost for materials and supplies of each pool was $250,000 while repairs and maintenance were calculated at $250,000. The average monthly bills for water, electricity, and telephone were put at $20,950. The figures were obtained from a 2023 report produced by the Public Administration and Appropriations Committee, PAAC. In 2012, Cabinet transferred the responsibility of janitorial, security, and landscaping services to the SportTT Company for all of the ministry's community swimming pools. SportTT Company falls under the purview of the MSCD. A 2021 PAAC report, which also examined the maintenance of swimming pools by the then Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, stated that the Siparia pool was also inoperable during July and August of 2019 due to electrical problems with the pump. It revealed that works proposed for 2020 included upgrades to the pool's pavilion, offices, and external lighting. The PAAC had raised questions about the estimated start date for work on the pool and its cost. The report revealed the Siparia pool owed TNTC $18,582.55 for 3 billing cycles in 2019. A bill of $108 was also outstanding to the Water and Sewerage Authority for that same year. It showed that from 2015 to 2019, the Siparia pool generated $9,800 in learn-to-swim classes for schools. In total, the pool earned $30,502.82 in recreational swimming and $65,000 in learn-to-swim sessions for the public from 2015 to 2019. Why the pool remains closed? On January 16, the Sunday Guardian reached out to the ministry's communications manager Antoinette Brotherson-Brusco for an update on the status of the SCSP. She said that the pool was closed in March 2020 due to the COVID-19 restrictions. When the restrictions were lifted a year later, Brotherson-Brusco said, the ministry assessed its sporting facilities to ensure they were prepared for the resumption of sporting activities. It showed that the Siparia pool had a myriad of issues which ranged from malfunctioning pump and filtration systems to significant electrical problems, inoperative air conditioning and failures in domestic plumbing, including damaged fixtures and fittings. These issues pose safety concerns for the facility's users and operators. Questioned what would be the cost for the pool to be up and running again, Brother Sambrusco could not say. Ministry seeking qualified contractor to execute works. However, she explained that refurbishment works to the pool Phase 2 was advertised for expressions of interest on January 3, 2024, and was closed on January 10. The ministry, Brother Sambrusco said, was seeking to engage a suitably qualified contractor to execute works at the south-based facility. These items include, but are not limited to, separation of Pool A and Pool B, and installation of additional pumps to support this isolation. She also disclosed there was a need for an overhaul of identified plumbing lines and subsequent pressure testing as well as resurfacing of Pool B. Once successfully awarded, these works are expected to have a 2-month duration. Brother Sambrusco did not give a specific timeline for the completion of these works. The report. Last February, technocrats from the MSCD appeared before PAAC to examine the maintenance of 9 community swimming pools under their ambit. The committee chaired by Bridget Anisette George heard that 3 pools required refurbishments, while 4 were operational. It was disclosed that the Kokoya pool was reopened last January after being closed for 5 years. An 85-page report compiled by the committee showed that Siparia, Sangre Grande, Diego Martin and La Horquetta community swimming pools were at Phase 3 of refurbishment and were to be reopened by the end of March 2023. Almost a year later, at least 2 of these pools, Siparia and Sangre Grande, remain inoperable. Last month, Guardian Media reported that the Sangre Grande community swimming had also been closed since 2021 and the ministry was engaged in a procurement process to select qualified contractors for a major facelift this year. Residents in Sangre Grande complained that the pool had not been achieving what it was designed to do, provide development among the community's youth, swimming classes for schools, water aerobics for the elderly and recreational activities for communities. Instead, they described the pool as a disgrace and an eyesore in their community. The ministry anticipated the cost to have the Sangre Grande pool functional again would not exceed $1 million. The report further stated that untimely receipts of releases by the finance ministry were the ministry's biggest challenge in the maintenance of these pools.
Tommy, I don't know what else to say.
What else?
I don't know what else to say. Tommy, did you hear Mr. Shaq new song? The whole thing.
No, play it.
Yeah, let me play it for you. Another one of those disappointing Calypsonians.
Woman in the road, woman in the road, coming down, telling me the road. Woman in the road, coming down, woman in the road, woman in the road, coming down. Let's get on the road and tell them it's the return of the woman. Oh Lord, woman in the road, woman in the road, coming down. I said, send them man forward, send them on the town, woman in the road. Well, enough of them dead. I went back Siparia to rock back and retire. But tell them me ain't joking. The boy was soaking. For all who still going haywire, I had to resurrect the boy. Come me ain't joking. Oh no, the boy was soaking. So Mr. Pretty Boy Lawyer for San Fernando West. Not because they reach out for you means we forget. All the shadiness with you while you was behind the AG desk. And it's far too much. You answer yet. That's why you're getting links, red links. A ton load of links for trying to bamboozle we with all them legal gymnastics. Yes, you're getting links, red links, endless links. Well, let me tell you clearly why you can't escape this. When the Ramcourt AG hit with Section 34, I recall your voice as one of the loudest in uproar. So how come when you give me your own encore with double G and paragraph 4, you and your Balizet crew and that just ignored? All your mother want links, red links. That is deserve licks. You and your sycophant, hypocrites, good vets, me a business. I come to inflict licks, licks, endless licks. It's a more to add to the list. Me a finish. What about the Christian lawyer and he gon' delay a posse? With the COVID curfew party on board, the not guilty. What's illegal gun and ammunition? Cause the police holding down woman. But you find them a break no laws or regulations. Well, here now, man. Licks, licks, licks all in your craw. Since all you have big shot law, different from law for the poor. You deserve more. Licks, licks, a ton load of licks. Since you figure you could bless man with stupidness. I'm gonna be pelting blood, slinging blood, sharing blood, bringing blood from your head straight down to your toes. Can't support the beat of God's clothes. It's musical, lyrical, guys of blood. Your folly tricks will get exposed in the land with the return of the bomb. Oh Lord, woman in the road, woman in the road, coming boy. Send them smart man to me, bring them by the million. Woman in the road, woman in the road, coming down. Because I lay low for a while, some of them feel it's a friggin' poppy show. But tell them me a joking, the war was soaking. 10 years ago, I won them a fighting for this guy I love Trinbago. Remind them, me a joking, oh no, the war was soaking. That's why I fed up by you, great goose gangster granny. You refuse to put country before party, before you resign. So you and your hussy could play nanani. You reciting Trinidad lyrics like your name Princess Swanee. So you're getting licks, relics, a ton load of licks. Since you want to teach the public how to load matic and empty clip. Take stick, licks, relics, and let's licks. Well, let me tell you, lady, why you can't escape this. Pure failure as we first female prime minister. Cause your tenure was corrupted and sinister. You do a disservice to all women, cause child marriage you never condemn, and human sex traffickers in your party you defend. You wicked old hand, licks, relics, endless licks, since your party overrun with pimps, bandits, and rapists. All this licks, relics, a ton load of licks, it's a plenty more crookedness, me a finish. A criminal kleptocracy is what you lead in. Racism and hypocrisy you overseeing. You totally unfit for purpose. Wrong with neck like an albatross. And about a million election in a row you done lost. You ain't see you's a cross. Licks, relics, endless licks. Only mama guy and gimmicks. But leave them rum soak lips. You getting licks, relics, a ton load of licks. Since you insist you have no morals or ethics. I'm gonna be pelting blood, flinging blood, sharing blood, bringing blood from your back straight.
Yeah. Your mic on, muted.
Don't we expect better from Mr. Shaq?
I don't even know what to say. I expected better from many this year that didn't step up.
Well, at least we have about 4 or 5 good calypsos in the final. I think so.
Yeah, you have some decent ones in between.
Yeah. I think we have about 4 or 5 good calypsos in the final. We have Elon Francis.
Yep.
Marshall Montano. Brian London. Even though we may not like Karina Ashe, you never know, you know. That's a pro PNM song, you know. She could win too, you know.
Everything has to be so politically correct.
Yeah. We have Well, we have O'Connor, defending champion.
Right.
We don't know where he coming with.
Romeo Frank says, "Well, they need to close up shop."
The Nile Wall Street.
That's our next PNM. Yeah. Hey, what's going on, KFC?
Yeah. Me. I take clean the program as they put out what this Rastaman with that cab. So but we really singing there about all hen and all kind of thing of them like disrespectful. Because we've been playing that here in my place there.
KFC.
So I play the
He normally just come with some good song, you know, boy. This year, boy, it's like them fellas afraid to sing calypso, boy. I don't get it.
Well, yeah. I said before the same calypso called the PNM, the PNM in power. The UNC nothing power, and especially talking about the UNC. And let's talk about the realistic going on with the PNM and the balance they play in the field too.
I have a partner just tell me, Tommy, I have a partner. I ain't gonna call his name.
Mm-hmm.
He just send voice notes here and thing.
Mm-hmm.
He like to call. He say, all we just talk about is the PNM.
Yeah.
The KFC. He said,
Yeah.
He said, we don't talk about is the PNM. I say, wait now. I used to talk about the UNC and the UNC now in power. Eh?
Well, let's talk about the UNC and UNC not in power. Let's talk about the ruling government who in power, who deal with taxpayers' money, who can make policies and plans to make people life better.
But when I tell him, when I talk about the UNC, I talk about when the UNC reduce the amount of black people living below the poverty line.
Yeah.
I tell him when I talk about the UNC, I talk about the UNC didn't have 18% black people unemployed. Eh? That's why when I talk about the UNC didn't have 65% of the people who are murdered to be black.
Suffering, yeah. True.
Yeah. Me, UNC didn't have 26% of black people living below the poverty line.
Well, shit, when UNC was in power, the people in this West crowd was so happy, yeah. I was sitting that when we started the program, we were saying we're going to call me orange. You know what you right now working government book with AGC. We get you that work all kind of thing, eh?
But KFC, I have been honest and telling people in 2015 and 2020, I voted for the PNM. I told them that. Mean hide and afraid to tell them that. Right? I voted for them. But when I look at how that PNM treating black people,
you know, say you can't vote now, and I'm going to let you go private, you come across and vote.
Say that again?
You say you can't vote across it. Where is it? What should it?
I had to come to Trinidad and vote. No, we had to come to Trinidad.
Oh.
You had to come to Trinidad. You can't vote you can't go to the embassy or a consulate and vote in Trinidad. You had to come physically to Trinidad. And you have to have your ID card and all that thing in order to vote.
You know well, shit. Look, me go out fed for the year. I jump out for Army Fed. Army get open about 10 o'clock. Down there was so dead, so scanty. Walking up along in the Army Fed, the pushing on. I tell people pushing on snacks and shit, conkers and all kind of things. So like that train party, right? Right. I die well from there. I die well from there after 12 was straight. I said that be go by lock myself.
12?
I get outside there. She outside there. She said that she cigarette and she see drinks and she better thing and she the ball and she came inside that water.
Oh God, boy. Sad. Let's imagine.
I said that take that carry, but I carry them by that big chicken and down there by Soca Jones down there. See wrong picky there. We carry what already was. But public can make money. We can't make money and thing I get in tongue, man.
Them let people move carnival out of Port of Spain down by the Soca Jones, you know.
Yeah.
And them just leave that just so, boy, just so.
They come out and protest for that, you know, for the black brothers and sisters right around the bridge. You can come out and sell all the water, all the salt drink, come out with all the 2 cases of beers and sell. Buy some can beers and sell. You can't sell no bottles. There's Bangladesh bottles now.
No, I get it, man. And we just sitting down there and suffering peacefully. Because we
I go take in the thing Sunday on the TV. I just take one thing on the TV and think, oh, we just get a voice to go there for the kind of a kind of they're dead. It was all them big stuff and them causing making all the close to the fight. They have got $2,000 to go on a fight if you want to enjoy yourself. Free drinks and free things deep.
Yeah, madness, man.
Yeah, Mr. Washington Tommy.
Yeah,
I
man.
think the ending up of the program, man. Love and respect.
Strength and
Yeah,
balance.
same to you, my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy boy,
Here we are.
just allow things to happen and we ain't see it coming, you know. When them was able to start a downtown carnival in the Soca Dome, you know that mash up everything uptown up at the Savannah up there for all them vendors and all kind of thing. Because nobody coming up. I know Romeo Frank. Romeo Frank is another one of them PNM and them. But it's okay. We want them to come.
Yeah, but go ahead, answer it.
Yeah.
Actually, one thing about me, can I better tell you, when they're not wrong, the young girl from Lavantino, Karina Sugar, I went that to them.
You feel so? That boy, I don't think she could beat Elon Francis and Marshall.
Well, she got that PNM song, there's only PNM judges there. She make it to the final. She won't get that wrong.
I would be shocked if Karina should win that. I'll be honest with you.
Why
If she win that, we know there must be PNM judges then. Full 100. If she win.
But we know the PNM, this is really a PNM country. The PNM take over everybody. Really good.
If she win that, we know there is PNM judges.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Bless. No, Tommy. I know it's based on performance. We know that, right, Tommy?
Right.
But if we had to say, based on performance in the semi-final, Elon Francis and Marshall Montano was way out front.
Marshall was ahead of everybody. If we had
be honest.
Yeah.
Stage performance and everything.
Marshall.
Yeah. You know, I could listen to that song all the time, you know. I could just listen to that song. But Romeo, since you're new here, we normally just put closing comments here in the chat. You know, we don't just talk back and all on confusion here. We just give you educated information and we just let people put a quote so they could stimulate their mind. So Romeo, if you're still there, Romeo, Willie, and Brosy, if all is still there, put closing comments in the chat. Judy, Caribbean Soul, Margaret, Edison Prince, Dinesh G, mean with the cricketer last name, Nadia. Put closing comments in the chat. I ain't see Captain tonight, buddy. Patricia Hutchinson, if you're still there. Rose, if you're still there. Anderson Wilson, if you're still there. Put closing comments in the chat. Vidya, if you're still there. And Bizram and Renwick, if you're still there. Put closing comments in the chat. Tell me what song we going out with tonight.
You could do Marshall.
All right, we'll do Marshall. We go for a quick break. We'll be right back. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Tuesday and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. TNT time and 6 to 9 p.m. USA time. Stick and stay. We'll be right back. We'll be right back after this short message. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with yours truly, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy on WZYE 95.9 FM. My closing comment is, what's my closing comment? Let me get my closing comment. Yeah. Always pray. It's the most powerful tool against worry, doubt, and fear. Always pray is the most powerful tool against worry, doubt, and fear. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work hard, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. See you. Same WZY time, same WZY channel. Later. Go ahead, Tommy.
Betty White says if you don't have a sense of humor, you're in trouble. Anyway, I always say the change you want to see begins with you, the man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. See you on Thursday, God willing. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy. Patricia says, great program as usual, very edifying. And Vidya says, good night, guys. So good night to you.
Night, Vidya.
We're going to go out with Marshall Montano. I still have it up here. I think I still have it up here. Marshall Montano. Hold on, eh? Here we go. Okay, folks. This is the front runner for the Calypso Monarch final coming up on Sunday.
Marshall Montano. This is good time show. I'm a better know soca come from Calypso. True. I don't know what come from soca. Wow. This come from soca. One, two, three, four. Born around 1974 to a mother named Calypso, Junior appeared to be so much more. Over the years he began to grow, but like his grandfather Bakalinda and grandmammy Sweet Cariso, the family trace of little boy Soca could have never hide with us so. He is the head of the betting class, the heart of the carnival. He's the jumping legs in the mass. The west side goes in Bacchanal. A mother's child we just cannot hide. And this everybody know. So if you're looking deep down inside, so guys it's all up. Let me hear you. Calypso is soca. What? Soca is Calypso. Sister Chutney and brother Raga. What's up on your rich and they go? So you're too hard to look no further. I show everybody that know. It was spirited child and mother. So guys it's all up. Let me hear you. Mami says Auntie Manite, Soca symbol Chiva here. I take the come fantastic Friday. Why mommy knows so this skin up on Soca in tongue in stick and nothing to me. The both of them love to party. It almost the very same. Mommy love to be up in the tent while she's on jamming on radio. Mommy prefer a sit down event. This a love and truck on the road. Even though things about them might differ, it's one thing everybody knows. If you look in deep down inside, so guys, it's all up. Yes. So I grow up to be a big man. Now, almost 50 years old. The grandchildren set out and plan to be famous like him round the world. Looking back at all the years, on the things that he made us do. The fans have no doubts and no fears. They have the whole world to it. Moving to the left, moving to the right. Balancing all night. Feeling hot, hot for spite. Think no laying and shedding. For tying we head with cloth like Baptist. The jumping and waving flat to one ball. So guys are spiritual bacchanals. Just like Calypso. So let me hear you. Calypso, let's go now. And so guys. Sister Chutney and Brother Raga. Right here in Chile. So you don't have to look no further. Cause everybody done know. If you're listening to this soca, you're about to hear. Look at Mo Johnson, second star. Nyla Blackman also. Colonel Roberts, son of Kitchener. In the DNA is Calypso. When I look at Shalon Bailey, all I see is mighty shot. Sometimes I just wonder if the real father could have been Trinidad Rio. By now I'm sure everybody know this guy so is a metaphor. But we have them also. I do was born 1974. They want to be a Calypso singer. Cause I couldn't write songs like Sparrow. Since then I write a lot of hit soca. And now I write a hit Calypso. Sister Chutney and Brother Raga on right here. So you don't have to look no further. But jumping out straight to Toko. The one thing that I know, Skinner Park is the home of Calypso. Let me hear and soca is Calypso. Calypso is soca. And soca is Calypso. But give me soca. Calypso is soca. Put your hand in the air. Jump, jump, jump. Everybody know. Calypso is soca. It's soca. It's soca.
I'm going on wrong.
Ready to be an e-commerce pioneer?